Team Deathmatch.
What is going on, guys? MW2 here on this channel, Mr. Supply Drops. Today, I wanted to bring you a video talking about Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered and how it is going to be, or hopefully going to be, a real thing quite soon. Now, not officially, I gotta make that very clear. This is, in fact, another mod, because leave it to the community to actually do Activision's job, because they are absolutely never going to do it, at least not for a very long time. They'd rather sell the nostalgia in pieces, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But regardless, MW2 Multiplayer Remastered, or rather, H2 Multiplayer, as this mod is going to be called, is a mod for Modern Warfare Remastered, the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered, not Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, just due to the fact that I would assume, I don't really know for a fact, but I would assume it's because they already have all the netcode and all the multiplayer components of that game are already made, and they could just reuse that instead of having to just redo it all from scratch. Probably saves a lot of time and also a lot of headache, because that sounds like an absolute pain. But regardless, that's what it's going to be. So if you buy that game, I'm not saying to do it right now because, of course, we don't even know if this will come out. This might get SM2'd, all right? They might get SM2'd, and what I mean by that is it may, unfortunately, get cease and desisted. I mean, Activision clearly does not want Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer to come out. They just do not. So getting some more info from the official H2M mod Discord, it's basically saying that this is a multiplayer mod for Modern Warfare Remastered that aims to recreate the original Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer experience with new twists. The mod will feature maps from MWR alongside the original MW2 maps, and some of the MW2 Campaign Remastered maps repurposed as multiplayer maps. The original MW2 killstreaks will be making a return alongside the remastered variations of the weapons and attachments. Now, the funny thing with this is actually over a year old, and I don't know how I haven't seen anything about this, but looking at another post later on was planned features, challenges, new camo grind, classic progression in private match, even with bots, inclusion of a few MWR weapons, classic and remastered sounds, classic music, and this was over a year ago. It looks like they got the majority of that because of, as you can see, we have Prestige right here, and they even have it set up in the way that Modern Warfare Remastered did, where you can like look through the different prestiges. It looked very nice, and I'm glad that they basically are using that again for this particular mod. New camo grind, they actually do have this as well. There is a gold camo now. If you didn't know, if you didn't play MW2 back then, there was no gold camo whatsoever. The fall camo was the best camo you could get, and it's kind of funny though because COD 4 had gold. I don't know why they didn't put it in that, but whatever. By the looks of it, most of these things have happened over the last year. They have gotten them ready and gotten them working, which is looking pretty good. Now, again, we don't know what this looks like 100% right now. The most recent build of the game, the best we can have, is some of the couple clips they've put over the last year, last couple months maybe even, but right now it's looking solid. Even a couple months ago it was looking pretty solid. I believe that the way that they have to do this when it comes to the maps is, of course, they are just putting in the original Modern Warfare 2 maps, so those aren't going to be 100% remastered. I do not believe. I don't know how they would, to be completely honest. That would just be a massive task, even if they could do it. But from what I've heard, they don't have any sort of mod tools in order to edit the maps. So if you can't do that, you can't edit the maps, well, how are you going to take the assets from the campaign specifically? Actually, now that I think about it, though, they did say that the campaign maps are going to be modified to be multiplayer maps. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see, though. I'm looking forward to this. I think this could be a lot of fun, and I love the idea that there is bot support. So if it didn't have the popularity later on or whatever, because it is just a mod at the end of the day, well, then you can still play offline and still grind up some camos if you just want to chill and play against some bots. Which, by the way, Black Ops 1 had that combat training. You could go up to level 50, which was the max level for that particular game, but you couldn't prestige for some reason. Man, I kind of wish you could prestige. If you could do that, I'd probably just grind out bots all the way to 15th prestige one day, just for the fun of it. Not one day, but, you know, I'd try to do that for a bit, because I feel like, well, back in the day, that was actually quite fun, just playing combat training and playing against recruit bots and absolutely grinding, because that was like the best I could do back then. You know, I was not very good. I had a 0.6 KD, so if I wanted streaks, it was going to be in combat training. Things have changed, luckily. But anyways, Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer, the campaign, is, in my opinion, a really good remaster. I mean, as far as we can see based off of what the campaign provides. But I'm talking about, like, the weapons themselves. They feel pretty good to use. They have inspect animations. That is proof right there. Multiplayer was supposed to come out. I mean, why would you put inspect animations in a campaign if it wasn't supposed to be available for multiplayer as well? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And we already know that a multiplayer is, in fact, already existing. It's sitting somewhere on a server somewhere somewhere over at one of Activision's studios, but they of course decided to split it so that they have other plans for MW2, of course, as we've known over the last couple years when it comes to the things that they try to sell to us. Well, not try, succeed, and people buy it. But regardless, this is a really good remaster, and honestly, if they ever were to release an official version, I hope they don't try to do what I would assume they would do, which is make another one from scratch so that it's updated with the Modern Warfare 2019 or Modern Warfare 2022, whatever you want to call it, that engine. I really hope they don't do that, because I just think that it doesn't feel Call of Duty-like enough for a remaster. Maybe for a new game you want to use that, that's completely fine. The games are still pretty fun and you want to have their own specific feel to them, sure. I mean, whatever. I mean, I still miss the old Call of Duty feel. Maybe it's not the engine itself, I have no idea, but regardless, the engine for Modern Warfare Remastered, in my opinion, was a pretty good one for Modern Warfare Remastered. I think it felt pretty good. It was actually the Advanced Warfare engine, which is kind of funny to think about, but they did a good job. Raven did a good job. I mean, a lot of people, you know, it's a mixed reception game right there because of the supply drop system and all that, but I think as a remaster itself, it felt pretty good. Now, sure, the animations weren't exactly the same, like when you ran around. The reload animations were for the most part, but I'm just talking about when it comes to running around, like the sprinting and stuff looked a little different than it did in COD 4. Call of Duty 4 has very unique sprinting. I don't know how to describe it. Just the way that you run with the gun, it just looks so good. I mean, look at it compared to Black Ops 6. I'm just going to show it from their teaser. It just looks a little clunky. I don't know. Something about the regular running. Like, I know tac sprint looks fine, but the regular running just looks kind of clunky. I don't know how to describe it. Whereas before in like older Call of Duty games, it looked so fluid and smooth. I don't exactly know why they kind of just stopped trying to make good regular animations for sprinting. I guess because tac sprint is the main sprint nowadays. But regardless, I think that if they were to do it like this, if they were to ever release Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered officially, I hope that they release the original version that they already had made instead of some new one that's using the new Modern Warfare 2019 engine or whatever, because I just don't think that feels Call of Duty-like enough. But yeah, H2 Multiplayer is looking pretty solid. We don't exactly know when it's going to be coming out. Just scrolling through Twitter today because there was a bunch of Black Ops 6 leaks, crazy leaks, like actual gameplay and stuff that people got access to somehow, and people were streaming it over on Kick. It's kind of crazy, honestly. But regardless, I went onto Twitter and I actually came across this. I came across these screenshots specifically, and I'm still surprised that I have not heard about this until now. I mean, I heard of people talking about that over in the H2 mod Discord, where they're basically talking about, they basically made Spec Ops out of the campaign remaster, which I don't know if that's the same people, but it's the same name, H2, so I'm just going off of that, which I know that's like the engine name, but still, H1 for Modern Warfare Remastered is another one. But yeah, honestly, looking pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it comes out, and hopefully, like I said, doesn't get SM2'd. I'd imagine it possibly could. It possibly could. There's a good chance that this will get taken down, because like I said, Activision doesn't want this out there, clearly. Then again, it's also an unofficial version, and in reality, will it be as good as something that they could officially make? I don't know. I mean, they're using the assets from Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, like I said, like the weapons specifically. They have the perks in here. They have some of the maps already done from what I can see. It's looking pretty good. They have the kill streaks. I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to this if this is actually something. I mean, I'm not truly looking forward to it because I have a strong suspicion something, like, I don't want to be negative, but I do feel like Activision could take this down, unfortunately. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. But yeah, the reason that Activision will not release this at all officially is it's very simple. They want to sell Modern Warfare 2 nostalgia in pieces. They want to sell it, for an example, the bundles, all the bundles of the sounds. You want the intervention sound? Oh, well, buy this bundle. You want this specific sound so that all your kill streaks, when you get them, they sound like Modern Warfare 2? Buy this other bundle. You want the music pack for the MW2 themes? Pay another $14. You want the maps? MW323. You gotta pay the $70. They want to sell it in pieces instead of one nice, neat package like they would if they were to sell another Modern Warfare Remastered. Like, we didn't know how good we had it with that. I know a lot of people, like I said, had mixed opinions on that because of the supply drops and whatever else. But, I mean, first of all, they did some good stuff with that. Like, they had the attention to detail. Raven was caring about it. Like, the idea that having an ACOG on your M48-3 sniper would make it so that it one-shots no matter what. They put that little attention to detail. That was how it was in COD 4. They put it in Modern Warfare Remastered. Absolute respect to Raven for that. But yeah, anyways, point is, I really would like to see this happen. I think this would be a fantastic thing to have, and if it does somehow, by a slim chance, it gets through Activision or they don't care for whatever reason, I'm grinding to 10th Prestige. That's all I'm saying. I'm grinding to 10th Prestige like it's 2010. But anyways, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you guys enjoyed, a like would be greatly appreciated. If you're new here and you like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.